Hi everyone, my name is Alex Surro, and welcome to the Validating Podcast, a radio show that strives to make any listener smile. Each episode will feature a new guest who will share what makes them unique. Filled with fun games, exciting questions, and inspiring stories, this podcast is aimed towards encouraging anyone to be happy and confident with who they are. As always, comments are encouraged and positivity will always be appreciated. For now, let's sit back, relax, and get on with this week's episode. I hope you all enjoy the Validating Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 14th episode of the Validating Podcast. This episode and all episodes are here to help you smile. I don't know what that means. If you're having a bad day, I hope to make you happier. Even if I don't know you, I just hope to bring positivity into your life. I have a very special guest for today. He is a good friend of mine. I've known him for almost 2 years, which is insane to me to think because I feel like it was just yesterday I met him at Suit Jacket Posse auditions. And if you don't know, that was the improv group, still is the improv group of the Birmingham State Theater Organization. And ever since then, he's made me smile. He's made so many of my friends and just people that he gets to interact with smile. And that's what I love about him is that he definitely wants to put good into this world. He's always willing to put in the extra effort, lend a helping hand, and there's not that many people nowadays that like to do that. So I always appreciate his hard work and his determination just to be good. So I won't blab too much more without introducing him. He is Will. Hello, Will.
Hi, Alex. I'm happy to be here.
Good. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I want to ask, even though I do know you pretty well, I would say, I want you to introduce yourself for someone that doesn't know you.
My name's Will. I'm this upcoming academic year. I'm not only a member. I'm going to be one of the captains of the Suit Jacket Posse at Birmingham State University. I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, raised in Canton, Massachusetts. I've lived here, other than living on campus. I've lived in Canton my whole life.
Mm-hmm. I also want to ask, how are you doing at this exact moment? And be as honest as you would like, so you can take your time with it.
At this exact moment, I'd say I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Glad to hear it. Let's talk about your nerves to excitement scale. I always put it on a 1 to 10 scale. 1 means that you're extremely nervous and kind of stressed in your own little bubble, but then 10 means you're bursting out of that bubble with excitement. Where do you lie?
I'd say on that scale, I perpetually live in a constant state of 5.
Good. I can relate to that because I never know if I'm more stressed than excited, so I just land right in the middle. That's good. I have to ask, is this podcast stressing you out at all?
I don't know if I'd say I'm stressed out about it. I am a little nervous because it's the first podcast I've ever been on.
Fair. I get it. All right. I'm still getting nervous, and it's my 14th episode, if that makes you feel any better. Let's talk about you again. What makes you you? So what makes you stand out? What is your unique kind of characteristics, if you have anything that you would like to share about you?
Well, I like to think that I'm funny, so I guess I've got that going for me.
Can I ask you this? Why do you like to be funny?
Honestly, it's a defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. Let's talk about validating, because this is the Validating Podcast. So I was hoping if you had any examples or if you just had your own definition of validating, anything that you know about that word would be appreciated.
I mean, validating or feeling validated to me it's all about feeling seen, feeling heard, feeling comfortable with what's going on, where you are.
Okay. And do you think that you see validating in your everyday life, or is it not that common? What would you say about that?
Not nearly as common as I'd like.
Good answer. Good answer. Do you strive to be validating in your everyday life?
To the best of my abilities, yeah.
Also a great answer. Because I feel the same way, is that we can try our best to be validating or positive, but there are some days that it's just not realistic to be that kind of source of energy that some people want us to be. So it's good that I always say that positivity comes with reality, and you can't always just expect to be happy all the time. Even if we want to be, it's sometimes just not possible. So great answers all around.
I think that's a good way to put it. How you just said it there, that positivity comes with reality, because in my opinion, in my experience, people who say with absolute certainty that they are, or that they are 100% positive, or they are 100%, and really anything, that's not how reality is. Everybody has off days. Everybody gets upset. Everybody's been angry before. Nobody is 100% of anything.
So true. And I think goes on the opposite end too, where if people have that reputation of being angry all the time, that's not true too, because they have their good days, and sometimes they are more likely to project the bad feelings or what's labeled as bad, but that doesn't mean that's all that is there to see. So, yes.
With very few exceptions,
Sure.
if you know someone as being angry all the time, or upset all the time, or sad all the time, you have just only seen them in that state. You haven't seen them doing something that they love. You haven't seen them joking around with friends, playing games, doing something that makes them happy.
Right. And everyone's happiness is different. I've noticed that with my second graders that I worked with last semester, is that one kid could love sports. They want to play soccer all day. They just want to run around. Another kid isn't athletic and they don't feel comfortable on the soccer field. So you need to find what makes them happy too. Good, good chat, Will. I like that. But I want to get into our first game, and the first game is called the Increasingly Intriguing Interview. The way this is going to work, if you saw episode one all the way back in January with Lexi, I played it with her where I had 10 questions prepared, and I'm going to have 10 questions for Will, but he hasn't seen these questions before. And also, the first question, he only has one word to answer it. The second question, he has 2 words. Third question, 3 words. And all the way up to 10 question is 10 words. So right off the bat, Will, what are your impressions of this game? Do you think you're going to be pretty good at it or not so good?
I think, despite the fact that I am in an improv group and it's kind of what we do, I am not good at coming up with things on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to figure out an effective way to answer a question in one word is a little bit scary, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a perfect segue. Even though you didn't know my first question, it segues. My first question for you that you have to answer in one word is, what scares you the most?
Heights.
Good. Anything to add? You
Yeah,
can't.
you said one word.
I know. Good job. Number two, who or what motivates you to be your best?
My friends.
Good. 2 words. Perfect. Number three, do you have a food that you could eat every single day for 1 month?
Pasta and meatballs.
Wow. It's like you had it prepared. Very good. Number four, how's your summer going?
Pretty good, I guess.
Okay. Number five, how do you hope that your friends describe you?
I hope the description's nice.
Nice. Number six, if you met a genie in this fictional made up world or in real life, there might be genies in real life, I don't know. And he said, hello, Will, I am here to grant you one wish. What would your one wish be?
Sorry, Alex, 6 words won't do. this.
Well, okay, fine. I'll accept it because it was 6 words, but I feel like that was cheating. 7 words for this one. What is one accomplishment that you've done that you're proud of?
Becoming captain of SJP was pretty cool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, the right might have pushed you to 8 words, but
The right was separate from my answer.
got it. But good. I'm proud of you for that too. And I was also confused midway through when you said SJP. I was like SJP, and I was like, oh wait,
I think acronyms count as one word.
no, I agree completely. Okay, good. Number 8. Would you consider yourself an introvert or extrovert, and why?
Extroverted introvert because I only like my friends.
Ooh, okay, perfect. And I can relate to that because it's scary to talk to new people. But I still feel like you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're similar where we are shy with new people, but then once we get to know those people, we can't shut up because we like talking so much.
I can handle interacting and working with new people all the live long day. I just don't enjoy it.
Fair. Okay. I see that. Yeah. And then at the end of the night, you just like to sleep and like take time for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. Good. You're doing really well. Number 9. What has changed most from high school years to now college years? What has changed the most?
I'd say the most changed thing is my personality.
Good. And you can't elaborate because that was 9 words, but nice. And number 10. I'm not judging either way. You can have your opinion. Do aliens exist? And then defend your answer. Why or why not?
Yes, because it's practically impossible that nothing else is out there.
I lost count, but I think that was 10. That was amazing.
If it wasn't 10, we'll fix it in post.
True. Just crop you.
Just
Okay,
cut
but
out
yeah.
the because.
Oh, true. That would work. But either I think it was 10. I'll take your word for it. But we do have to elaborate because I agree that there's definitely something out there, but it makes me mad that we haven't discovered and like confirmed it yet.
Well, the a lot of people will who agree that aliens have to exist use the argument that the universe is infinite, which is technically not true.
Mm-hmm.
There is a finite amount out there. Just the expansion of the universe and the separation of everything within it
Mm-hmm.
is progressing at an infinite rate.
Ah, that's very intelligent. But yeah, space is so astounding to me because like even just thinking about Mars, which is in our solar system, it's still so like far and so like it's just what is space, you know? Okay, but yeah, aliens are out there. If you're listening, hello, aliens. Anyway, so yeah, you did pretty well. How do you think you did?
I feel like if as long as there's a little bit of editing magic, I followed all the rules.
Yeah, you did, and I think that I had you elaborate on some of them, so that was more my fault than your fault. But overall, really good. Good. And now we're gonna do a new game that also includes improv skills, and it's called the alphabet scene.
ABC, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. All simple as do, re, mi. ABC, 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me, girl. It's easy, it's like counting.
We play this in improv occasionally where we have a scene, and so we become characters. We can be characters if we want to. We can also just be Alex and Will if we wanted to be. I can be Will. No, anyway, so and then the only catch is that we have to think about the alphabet as we're speaking. So if I start, I would say a line that begins with A, and then Will would carry the scene with a B line. I go on to C, he goes on to D, and then we're gonna try to make it to Z. Obviously, we haven't done an improv in a long time, so we might be a little rusty, and I might just call it short if we're really struggling. But I'm hoping we can get to Z. So, Will, are you ready for the alphabet scene?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Do you want to start, or would you like me to start?
You can go ahead and start.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Attention, cadets. Are you ready for war?
Bro, I am seriously not ready for war right now.
Cadet Williams, what did I say about your posture?
Dude, I genuinely do not remember that conversation.
Even when we had it 2 hours ago?
Frankly, it could have been 2 minutes ago and I wouldn't remember it.
Grapes are not healthy, but I'm gonna make you eat them if you don't listen to me.
How how are grapes not healthy?
I think I read it in an article somewhere that it hurts your intestines.
Just not true.
Kick them in the balls.
Let's not kick people in the balls, maybe?
Meh. I'm the boss. I can do what I want.
No, there are still rules that apply to you as well.
Oh, look at the time. Time to move on.
Please just let me leave.
Quiet, cadet. No more words out of you, or I'm calling your mother.
Really? My mother? What is this, 5th grade?
6th grade, actually.
Tell me what we're supposed to be doing.
Under the bridge, there's another army of 7th graders that we wanted to fight.
Vaccinated? Are we all vaccinated so we're not doing nothing?
Well, I am because I am an essential worker.
Xylophones. Do we have the battle xylophones ready?
You were supposed to bring them.
Zebras. Do we at least have the war zebras?
And scene. I don't want to continue that scene, so I'm ending it there. But that was good. I am so proud of us.
I did not expect to be able to remember the entire alphabet.
Yes, it is a struggle. I'm trying to think as I'm saying the line. I'm like, oh no, but we did it.
I was listening to your lines so I could actually respond in like a fitting way, but I was also in my head like A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P.
I was doing the same exact thing. Oh, it's stressful. I forgot how stressful improv is. But anyway, that was fun. And now I have a fun game. It's called The Bracket. I played this with Maya, Megan, and Mary at one point, and I just have a bunch of adjectives on one side of a bracket and then nouns on the other side of the bracket. And I'm just going to give two at a time, and then Will have to decide which one he likes better. And it doesn't really matter if why he chose what he chose, but I'm just going to take his word for it.
Now, a quick question before we do get started.
Of course.
Are the words you chose to put into the bracket like specialized to me, or are they just general random adjectives and nouns?
See, I wish I was creative enough to make them like related to you, but no, they are random. They're words that I have fun saying, so that's why I did it.
All right.
So, but if there is a connection that you're just like, wait, that word does mean something to me, please let me know. First,
Will do.
adjective pair. Fun or happy?
Fun.
Sad or afraid?
Sad.
Excited or overwhelmed?
Overwhelmed.
Sweet or sour?
Sour.
Prepared or chaotic?
Chaotic.
Awesome or awful?
Awful.
Quick or stupid?
Stupid. I thought you said these words weren't about me.
They're not. Ooh, I don't like self-deprecation humor. Even though I do it all the time. Anyway, discombobulated or flabbergasted?
Ooh, this is a tough one.
Yep.
I think just because of that old Sherlock meme, the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock movies, I think I'm obligated to choose discombobulated.
You got it. Discombobulated.
In post, if you can just like find that meme, or I'll send it to you if you can, and just like put it on the screen so people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Great idea. I'll put it right here. Okay. Back to fun or sad?
Fun.
Yes. Overwhelmed or sour?
Sour.
Chaotic or awful?
Chaotic. That just sounds like where I fall on the alignment chart.
Chaotic.
I'm not chaotic lawful. I'm chaotic awful.
What about stupid or discombobulated?
Oh, easy. Discombobulated.
Okay.
Flabbergasted was a challenger. Stupid's nothing.
Right. Fair enough. All right. Fun or sour?
Sour.
Okay. Chaotic or discombobulated?
As much as I love chaotic, I have to go with discombobulated.
Nice. And then sour or discombobulated?
I think discombobulated is going to be the winner.
I love that. Discombobulated.
You said the way you broke that up. You said SJP's favorite word.
Okay, moving on. I'm not saying that. Give me a like if you know what the secret SJP word is that I said unintentionally. That's what I'll say. Okay.
Man, you're going to get a whole like. The podcast's amazing, but because of that special challenge, only like 4 people are going to be like, I'm liking because of the challenge.
I hope so. We'll see. I don't know. Sam Wason, I'm going to call him out. Everyone else can just like it. But Sam Wason, if you're watching, you have to like and then comment. Alex Surro, I am responding to your shout out. He's not watching. That's why I called him out. Anyway.
I'm sure he's watching. I mean, not now because we're recording now, but I'm sure future Sam is watching after this is posted.
Yes, thank you for the clarification. But we will see. If he comments, we'll know. If he doesn't, we'll know. Okay. Moving on to the nouns. Flower or ukulele?
Ukulele.
Okay. Mango.
Wait. Important clarification. Mm-hmm. Flower as in plants or flower as in baking?
Oh, good follow-up. It is flower like a plant.
Ukulele.
Okay. Oh my god, that brings up a good idea for if I do bracket again with a different guest. I'm going to just do a bunch of those words where they sound the same, but they're different spellings. Just see.
Flower or flower.
Right.
All right. None or none.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Okay. Mango or grandmother?
Mango.
Okay. Snickerdoodle or moon?
Moon.
Okay. Kerfuffle or hamburger?
Ooh, I love a good kerfuffle.
That's your answer?
Yep. I'm going to go with kerfuffle.
I love, because you say, I love a good kerfuffle, but I love a good burger would have made more sense.
If it was a cheeseburger, maybe, but...
Nope, hamburger.
Plain. I haven't been much of a fan of just plain hamburgers since I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm. If it is a plain hamburger, I need ketchup or mustard on it. Yeah. Goose or moose?
Ooh. The plural moose or the singular moose?
Singular.
Goose.
And if I said the plural?
It would have been moose.
Okay. Piñata or piano?
Ooh, pinata.
Okay.
Much more fun than piano.
True. Unicorn or unicycle?
Unicycle.
Mannequin or glockenspiel?
Ooh, Glockenspiel's a great one. Love that.
Thank you. All right, back up to ukulele or mango?
Mango.
Okay. Moon or kerfuffle?
Oh, obviously, kerfuffle.
Goose or pinata?
Goose.
Nice. Unicycle or glockenspiel?
Glockenspiel.
Okay. Mango or kerfuffle?
Kerfuffle.
Uh-huh. And then goose or glockenspiel?
It's the toughest decision I've made all day. Glockenspiel.
Ah, the upset.
I was just nervous because I was afraid if I didn't say goose, they might come for me.
And then kerfuffle or glockenspiel?
It's got to be kerfuffle.
So your final adjective noun pair is discombobulated kerfuffle. That's wonderful.
Sounds like a good time.
I agree. That's gonna be my the title of my autobiography. When I played this with Maya, her final pairing was happy flower. So two very different things. Okay, good. Thank you for playing the bracket.
Thank you for letting me play.
And I have to say, I love the thought that you took with every single pair. I appreciate it.
Some of them were definitely a lot easier than others.
Right. That's to be expected.
Like ukulele mango
Mm-hmm.
was still pretty tough, but nowhere near as tough as deciding between kerfuffle and glockenspiel.
Right. Naturally. I have one last game, I guess, and a half, but one full game left. And it's a new game, and I created it with Will in mind, and it's called Meme Master. And the way this game is going to work is that I compiled a couple of memes that are famous, I would say, that I've seen, but with them blanked out. So he hasn't seen the memes that I prepared, and I just will present. So he has to look at them and use his funny ability, and he can take as long as you want. Well, it doesn't matter. I can, again, edit out whatever time it takes, but just think about what you find funny, and then I'll type it in, and then I might laugh. I have a strange sense of humor, so no guarantee, but we're just going to see what happens. I also added in my contribution, but you'll see it after. So, you ready to play?
Ready and waiting.
Awesome. And go. So, I hope.
Ooh, a classic.
Isn't it? I just realized I have to not present because I have to edit the box. But yes, take your time. Think of what should go in these boxes.
All right, I think I've got a good one.
All right, lay it on me.
So for the top box,
Mhm.
paying attention in class and getting good grades.
What's the bottom box?
Gaming with 2 capital G's.
Oh, got it. Wait, capital G's, you said.
Just bookended by capital G's is what I mean.
Oh, gotcha. Game ing, like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Just gaming?
Can you make the I a different font from the rest of the word?
You are the meme master, so of course. Did you have a font in mind?
Comic Sans, it has to be.
Okay. And oh darn it, it's not in my recents. I was hoping it would be, but it's not.
The fact that it's not, we need to have a talk after the podcast if Comic Sans isn't in your recents.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, Comic Sans MS.
Oh, there it is. Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay,
Nice.
that's your meme.
That is my meme.
It made me laugh. I'll give you that. I don't get it, but okay. Good. This is what I do.
It's very true to life,
Right. True.
which
So,
is
again, I'll give you gaming. Like I get what gaming is, but why the 2Gs? Why the Comic Sans? But
because it's dumb.
dumb is funny. Okay, fair enough.
In many cases, the best way to be funny is just to be dumb.
Hence why SJP is what it is.
Yeah, that's why SJP is still around.
Right. Okay. We're gonna move on because I want. This is mine. Performing in a theatrical musical on stage, I'm like no. But if I work backstage and sing all of the lines underneath my breath, that's where I'm at. So that was personal to me. I don't know.
I see we took very different routes.
Exactly. Which I knew was coming, but I just which is fine. I found this one. It's not as common as the first, I feel like, but I thought it was funny. So it's just a piece of paper. Whoa, this is worthless.
Is it possible to have you put images in? Because I feel like this is a very fitting meme for an image.
Okay, I think, online pictures. Yep. What should I put in? Except it's searching Bing instead of Google, but whatever.
Could you just put in a picture of like the Scorpion King 2? Specifically the Scorpion King 2, because the first Scorpion King is a cinematic masterpiece, as we all know.
Did I spell scorpion wrong? Scorpion. How do you spell
It's an O, not an A.
Scorpion?
Scorpion.
Like that?
Yep.
King 2?
Yep. That is a video. That looks like a video game from 2004.
What am I looking at here?
I suppose the Scorpion King 3 is just as bad. That would work.
Oh. Does that look familiar?
That's the original cinematic masterpiece, the Scorpion King, the first one. If you scroll back up,
Just turn on
there's an image for the third one.
I mean, that's so annoying. Okay, give me a second. Oh yeah, there's the third one.
Yeah, there's the Scorpion King 3. They should have stopped at 1.
Okay, so let me insert 3. Battle for Redemption. You're saying it's not good?
I mean, let's see. They've got modern day Hellboy Ron Perlman. I could have sworn that guy on the right with the armored shoulder. I'm fairly certain that's one Dave Bautista of Guardians of the Galaxy fame.
Oh, I do know him. Okay.
And I don't know who any of the other people are. But it doesn't matter because they should have stopped after the first one.
Fair enough. I'm not familiar with the trilogy at all, but I will take your word for it. So I would fill in one box for you on this one because you are the main attraction. You are in the middle, and the other 2 boxes you can fill in.
All right, so the box on the right of the individual who seems rather upset with me specifically,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to write any other movie. I think you know what I'm going to put here.
Tell the viewers, what are you going to put?
The Scorpion King.
Oh no, Scorpion. Okay. Wait, so you're saying the first one is like the best movie, and then 2 and 3 are not?
Like you know how sometimes a movie is good and successful, and they're like, "Wow, that movie was good and successful. Let's try to do it again," and then they don't.
Mm-hmm.
They did that twice.
Fair enough. Okay. I see.
I've said it, as I've said before, the original Scorpion King is a cinematic masterpiece, and then they tried to recreate it, and they failed twice.
So if the creators of Scorpion King 2 or 3 are watching this, what went wrong? Tell us in the comments.
If the creators of Scorpion King 2 or 3 are watching this, get out of here.
No, we welcome all. Just we question their choices. I did my meme, but I didn't put you in the middle. I put myself, and I had working at a summer camp full time and taking graduate courses, whatever. And then I was looking at another job opportunity because I like to sign on to too much. So I thought this was pertinent. Where this summer, for example, I'm working at a summer camp. I'm taking graduate courses. I'm studying another degree. But then FSU reached out to me and they're like, "Do you want to work for us over the summer?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" So that's what I came up with.
I could see you continuing to be involved with FSU.
Right, and I love FSU. I obviously said yes for a reason, but it was like the fact that I already had so many responsibilities that I didn't want to sign up for something else. I like this one because I relate to it. It's your brain saying, "Hey, you going to sleep?" Yes, now shut up. And then it says something to keep you awake. And I have a feeling it might be a certain movie, but we'll see.
I feel I can't keep making the same joke, but they all fit. They all work with it, Alex.
Stretch your brain, Will. Try something else.
All right. You're older
You're older.
than the 2002 cinematic masterpiece, The Scorpion King.
I don't want to. Oh my god. 2002 masterpiece.
The Scorpion King.
I was going to say no, but yes. Okay.
What can I say? I'm a fan of good cinema.
Okay, moving on. Again, I did not mention that movie. I said, do you think your friends actually like spending time with you, or are they just really good at pretending? That's a daily occurrence.
Again, I think yours is a much more universal meme.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't. Yeah, I like relatable humor, so I guess that's why I was more relatable. But
I feel like not many people are kept awake, or sometimes even wake up in a cold sweat purely from the thought that they are older than the 2002 cinematic masterpiece, The Scorpion King, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
yeah, I mean, it might keep me up tonight if that makes you feel better.
I mean, it doesn't make me feel better. I would never wish that burden on anybody. I know exactly what needs to go where. So the car is me.
Will.
The left-hand side is trying to come up with an original joke. And I think everyone knows where this is going.
How do you want to phrase it?
Bringing up 2002 cinematic Marvel, The Scorpion King.
Do you use Marvel this time instead of masterpiece?
There are many descriptors for such an amazing movie as 2002's The Scorpion King, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Gotcha.
Thank you for adding that.
Alrighty.
A not insignificant amount of people wanted him to run for president.
Oh, that's a fun fact.
A fairly sizable amount of people wanted Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as president.
This is mine, where I'm in the middle. I'm a people pleaser, and so I could just do the bare minimum, go on the freeway, but then I like to do more than anyone wants or asks for. I like to do that, even though there's usually not a reason to do it. I just do it. All right, this is the last one. Again, hopefully you're familiar with this format.
This is a very popular meme nowadays. Okay. So on the right, we have Will wanting to recommend actual current modern good movies.
Actual, what did you say? Real good? Really good? What was it?
Modern movies. And then on the left, we have Will spreading the good word of Chuck Russell directed
Oh no.
The Mummy spinoff, The Scorpion King. And then in parentheses, 2002. Perfect.
All right. No Dwayne on this one.
I feel like Dwayne's got enough shout outs for a good while from us.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, if you're watching this, thank you.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, if you're watching this, I loved you in The Scorpion King, man.
Imagine. You comment.
And I loved you as the Scorpion King when the character made an appearance in the original The Mummy. I think it might have been The Mummy 2. I do not remember The Mummy 2 very well.
I don't know what you mean. This is mine, where I always say opinions can't be wrong. But then I'm like, but then do I think the people that say opinions can be wrong is wrong? But then I would be thinking that their opinion is wrong by thinking that they think that opinions can be wrong, if that makes any sense.
I think it's a tough one because there are a lot of things that people say that they defend as just their opinion that are just incredibly wrong.
Right. But then there's a distinction, in my opinion. Oh, see, now I'm opinionating again. Between saying you're wrong and that I disagree. There's a line there.
I do agree that line exists, but there are also I'm more talking about things that don't necessarily matter if that line even exists. If you have a hateful opinion, your opinion's wrong.
Right.
It doesn't matter if opinions can be wrong or not. Being hateful is wrong. If your opinion is hateful, you're wrong.
Fair point. I get it. Okay. So you're thinking wrong in the sense of like,
morally speaking.
yeah, morally wrong. I was thinking right or wrong in terms of
as in correct or incorrect.
Right. But I like your point a lot. But that's why I had my Spider-Man attacking each other, because I'm always like, opinions can't be wrong, but they can be. And
but even with less heavy topics, I do think there is such a thing as a wrong opinion.
Mm-hmm.
For example, people saying that 2002's The Mummy is bad. Talk all the crap you want about The Mummy 2 or The Scorpion King 2 or The Scorpion King 3. The original Mummy and the original Scorpion King are masterpieces, and I will not have otherwise.
All right, well, I'm there. Thank you, Will, for that fun game, and I think all the memes related to the movie, but
I don't think the first one did. I think the first one was just gaming.
Oh, true. That's true.
And then we became one big ad for 2002's The Scorpion King, directed by Chuck Russell, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are gonna start watching that.
I hope they do. It's a wonderful movie.
We have a 3-2-1, which is when you describe 3 things that you're thankful for, 2 things that I call takeaways. So something that happened either today, this week, whatever you want to take away from your recent occurrence. It can be this podcast if you really want it to be, and just kind of take away.
I can definitely think of one takeaway that's going to be from this podcast.
Perfect. And then to finish off is 1 ounce of optimism, just to leave our viewers, whoever is still watching, to give them some positivity at the end of this podcast. So start with 3 things that you're thankful for.
Thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for the person that my experiences since I started college have helped me become.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thankful for all the necessary change that has been occurring over the past number of years.
Well said. I'm going to give you a heart. Okay, good. And then moving on to your takeaways.
We didn't. This is something coming from out. This is a takeaway coming from outside the podcast. So there's no context behind the reasons I'm saying this. You and some of our close friends might be aware of things that will have led me to say this, but in many ways, especially in my case, found family is more important because you get to choose them. And my second far less deep takeaway is that I really need to rewatch The Scorpion King.
Yes. And I don't think it's less deep. No, I'm just kidding. It definitely is. But like,
Yeah,
it doesn't mean it's less meaningful, because you do need to do that.
yeah. I mean, those are both very meaningful to me.
Right.
My found family and 2002's The Scorpion King, equal level there.
Definitely. Well, if you consider 2002's The Scorpion King as part of your chosen family, then it,
2002's The Scorpion King is like a brother to me.
There you go. Okay, and then last but not least, give us some optimism to lead this podcast.
We talked about earlier in the podcast how nobody's 100% good or 100% bad. Everybody has bad days. Everyone gets upset. And the ounce of optimism I want to leave with people is that that's okay. You don't have to be 100% good. You don't have to be perfect at whatever it is you're doing. In terms of recent social change, where people like you and me, we don't need or deserve the spotlight. We don't need to be the forefront of the conversation. We just need to be allies and be there when we're needed. In terms of allyship, I think you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be doing your best. Because if you're having an off day, plenty of other people are too.
That's awesome. Thank you, Will. I love that. I love everything that you said, and I think that it remains true for so many reasons. And I hope that anyone who's listening can relate to it in any way, in any aspect of their life. And I want to thank you for taking the time to film this thing, because obviously you're very busy, I'm very busy, and I kind of sprung this on you. So I'm glad that we found time to do it. And it was good to catch up, because it's been, like I said, weeks since one, I've seen you more than 2 seconds, and also just to sit down and chat. So this was awesome.
Yeah, I had a really good time. I really enjoyed this, Alex.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. And I just want to thank the viewers, of course, for sticking around. Whoever you are, thank you for watching and listening to our little chats from the Scorpion King to philosophical chats, whatever it may be. So thank you.
And back to the Scorpion King.
Oh, yes. And back to the Scorpion King and other things. And back to the Scorpion. Yes. It definitely made its appearance. I ask my viewers a question of the day every single episode. Today's question of the day is, what meme did you enjoy the most? It can be a Scorpion King meme from Will. It can be one of my more relatable posts, as he said. whichever one you like the most, you can put in the comments. Whichever one made you laugh the most, I would love to hear. Just let me know in the comments down below. Also, I have an Instagram account, The Validating Podcast, which has smaller form positivity pointers and everything like that. And I post when I want to. Just when I'm feeling down, I get happy by posting on Instagram. So you can check it out if you would like. And I have a Gmail account, thevalidatingpodcast@gmail.com. If you ever feel like chatting with me directly, that's there for you. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you, Will, again. I couldn't have done this without you, obviously. So thank you for bringing so much joy into our lives, and thank you for bringing you. So with that,
Thank you for having me.
of course, and I will see you. I'm talking to the viewers. See you in 2 weeks. Stay validating, whatever that means to you, and goodbye.